Do monkeys understand the concept of unequal pay? Some people might think, these monkey brains, they don't know anything. But there's actually a researcher by the name of Frans de Waal who proved everyone wrong in a recent TED Talk. Now, this is a tiny piece of his TED Talk, but what he did is he used an experiment where he had monkeys hand the researchers a rock, and once they hand them the rock, they get a treat. Now, first, both monkeys in both cages received a treat of a piece of cucumber. Now, both of them, cucumber's not particularly delicious, but they understood that it's a treat. They liked it, they ate it, they didn't have a problem with it. But for the second experiment, this happened.
So she gives a rock to us, that's the task. And we give her a piece of cucumber and she eats it. The other one needs to give a rock to us. And that's what she does. And she gets a grape. And she eats it. The other one sees that. She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber. She tests the rock now against the wall. She needs to give it to us. And she gets cucumber again.
Now, and by the way, that wasn't a television show. That wasn't Funniest Bloopers. That's a serious academic talk, and people are cracking up because it's true. I mean, look at that. It's in our DNA. We share, of course, a tremendous amount of DNA with monkeys of all different varieties, including those. And even they're like, wait, that's injustice.
Yeah.
You see, and then what I loved was he's like, how do I get out of here? He said, I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna get those grapes. Oh, you want to keep those grapes for me? I give you a rock, I get cucumber. That's some of them bitch over there getting grapes.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here. Okay.
Yeah. So it turns out humans aren't the only ones who go ape shit when they get unequal pay. I'm the worst.
Okay. This is the worst. Anyway, no, look, it's a great insight into how we're made up. And of course, the funny thing is, I felt bad for the monkey. I'm like, God damn, why? Yeah, why are you giving him a cucumber? He thought the guy got the grape. Okay, and then I went like this. So it's a bad idea to do it systematically and to do it in our society, because at some point we're all going to have that reaction. We're having it. We're in the middle of having it now, right? And they think it's okay. We're going to eat all the grapes, and you're going to get the cucumbers if you're lucky, right? But it's not how it's going to work out. If we put a lot of monkeys or us in one of those cages, and a couple of monkeys in the other one, and they're eating all the grapes, there's going to be a lot of monkeys on that fence going like this.
Definitely. So, of course, this study makes a lot of sense on a macro level, but I also think about it on a micro level, right? Like, let's say within any particular workplace, and how much of a horrible idea it is to ever share what your salary is with another individual that you work with. Because you never know, right? I remember when I was at CBS Radio, I started off as like street team, marketing, whatever. So it was like an entry-level job. I was getting paid $10 an hour. And when I finally made it to the newsroom, they kept my pay at $10 an hour. They didn't change it. They hired a new girl, okay, this Asian woman, and they were paying her $15 an hour.
Oh,
and
no.
She made the mistake of letting me know that.
And Anna's like,
oh no, I was not happy. I was not happy.
Oh no. So, and look, here's the thing. It's not that he's angry that the other monkey's getting the grapes. It's that they're doing the same thing, and he's getting a different reward.
Exactly.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's like before when they were both eating cucumbers, they're like, okay, that's fine. It's cucumbers, okay.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair, right? When he sees the unfairness of the situation, that's when he goes apeshit.